I'm Andy Parkin, Managing Director of the Multi-Award Winning Speed Screed. I'm here to discuss the question of screed or concrete. Concrete and screed have some key similarities, mainly that they contain the same basic raw materials. That's cement, water, sand, stone or gravel, the aggregates. However, the key factor when choosing between the two materials is what you are going to be using them for. So should you use screed or concrete? Concrete would be your choice if you were applying the materials to construction, in particular for structural needs. Screed, on the other hand, is applied to a concrete base to form a sturdy top layer before laying the final floor coverings. So just how does concrete differ from screed? Although both concrete and screed are made by mixing water with cement and aggregate, the difference comes when you choose the type of aggregate to mix. Concrete. When mixing concrete, it is usual to use gravel or other similar aggregate. This is what gives the concrete its coarse look and increased strength, which lends well to construction and structural work. The gravel consists of many small stones of around 20 down to 5 millimeters in size. Screed also contains cement and water, but the aggregate is usually sand with small fine grains of 4 mil down to 0. This means that the screed works well as a top layer because it has a finer, more compacted texture. The raw materials used and the job at hand are the key factors when deciding to use screed or concrete. So what about aesthetics? You will notice that concrete and screed look different, and this is because of the coarseness of the aggregate used. If you are trying to decide whether to use screed or concrete, it is useful to take this into account. The screed will look finer, like packed sand, when it has dried. Concrete is usually used where there is a lot of foot traffic or for structural purposes because it is so tough. It is laid thickly, normally with a minimum of 100 mil for light use and more in heavy use areas. Screed is laid generally more thinly at around 75 mil. To help you decide whether to use screed or concrete, we've put together a quick user guide for each of the materials. Concrete is best used for foundations, driveways and roads, paths with heavy foot traffic, walls, floors, parking and hard standing, general construction and structural projects. And screed is a good choice for putting on a top layer to concrete floors, when an underfloor heating system is to be used. It has basically good insulating properties. When aesthetics are important, it's tough, better looking than concrete. Other mixtures to add to the screed or concrete. So along with the normal mix of ingredients, it is possible to add other mixtures to the screed or concrete. This includes mixtures that slow down or speed up the time the material takes to set. Additionally, adding a plasticizer can make the mixture more damp-proof and increase bonding to the base layers. Additional extra fibres can reduce the risk of cracking too. When looking at a screed or concrete, you should make sure that the material has a BSI certificate and that your supplier meets the quality standards. Avoid going for the cheapest option if this means sacrificing quality. Still confused? If you are still unsure and finding it hard to choose between screed and concrete, please get in touch with us. We are always happy to advise our customers and help them choose the best possible products and materials for their building needs.